Self-improvement and self-love. Don't they sound opposite to each other? I mean, self-improvement speaks about learning from your mistakes, growing further and becoming better version of yourself. Whereas self-love sounds like something where you are loving yourself and ignoring your mistake, or rather accepting your flaws so you're not doing anything about it. But let me tell you one thing. Though they sound opposite, they are not opposite. In fact, both are a positive trait to learn and a skill set which you should have within you to have a positive mental health and overall well-being. Hi, I'm Dr. Deepa Shetty here, speaking from a clinic called Sakhyam. The mission of Sakhyam is well-being of all. So let's understand today what is a self-love and what's a self-improvement. Self-improvement, when it comes from a space of self-love, it is coming from a space of abundance, compassion, kindness to yourself, and hence it has an essence and a tremendous power to improve and become better within your own self. Whereas if self-improvement comes from a space of self-criticism and self-judgment, then probably you may not improve the way you should have improved. So the whole thing is about the way you look at yourself. If your self-talk is not positive, if your self-worth is determined by your achievement and the success and how you finish your finish lines, then probably you are not harboring a very important emotion within yourself, that's loving your own self. It's like if a child comes to you, okay, it has failed in any exam or in a extracurricular activity, wherever it has failed. What is that you're going to say? Are you going to shame the child? Are you going to get angry on the child? That's what the first reaction usually come of a parent. But does that sow a seed of self-worth inside the child when you do so? No, right? The child is not going to feel worthy about itself. Probably, and just to prove to you that it's the best child, it may come first. But the self-worth is coming from a very negative space to prove to you that it is worthy of yourself. Hence, when you are talking to yourself, you are talking to that small child inside you too. So if you really want to harbor a emotion which is coming from a space of a compassion, where the child feels stronger and an ability to achieve itself, you need to tell the child that this is a setback which lets you know what is the mistake that you have done, own the responsibility of your mistake, and from here improve yourself, because that's where you want to reach. If you own it, you are able to take the responsibility, that's when the first step happens of your improvement. And change is something which is inevitable. Hence, the same way you need to talk to your own child, the child inside you, which requires your guidance, which requires your care, compassion, and nurturing. The same way you need to not shame it or become critical about its mistake, but let it know that this is an experience which is letting you know where the mistake happened. Rather than ignoring, which will stunt your growth, you need to accept your flaws and know there are some weaknesses like everyone else. I'm not a perfect human being. And you're not aiming for perfection. What you're aiming for is growth, learning, and from this experience growing further. And for which it's very important that you allow yourself to be the child. Being so critical and judgmental about yourself is not leading you anywhere. Blaming yourself doesn't lead you anywhere. But accepting yourself with whatever flaws you have allows you to grow further. Setbacks, challenges are already too stressful for you. But those kind of self-talk which are blaming, critical, are going to put more stress on you. And I don't think in that stressful environment you will be able to grow. Probably For some, it might give a power and a kick to go further and achieve it. But achievement does not define your self worth. What defines your self worth is how you enjoy this whole journey, how happy you were. Recently, I saw a movie wherein the mentally challenged kids failed and they were still celebrating because in front of them the other team win and they were celebrating their win. That's how the value system is developed inside you, where you're happy not only for yourself, for others too. And that defines your self-worth. So based on your values, you will have your self-worth, and based on your self-worth, you will develop your self-trust and faith in your own self and the confidence on yourself. And from that, you will develop a self-compassion from where you will take care of yourself, and from there, you will love yourself. Self-love, if you are able to do to your own self on a daily basis, self-improvement is an inevitable part. Because when you love yourself, you are going to go and allow changes to be there. You are not going to aim perfection, but you are going to aim something within you which will you know that how I am improving on a daily basis. Progress consistency is important. Not something which is perfect is going to define your self-worth, but every day the small changes that you do, the skill set that you develop, the mindset that you develop, the way you bring yourself to the life experiences makes all that life experiences worthwhile. Hence, aim for loving yourself in every situation, talking to yourself kindly and compassionately, accepting whatever you are, and from there knowing how to grow further to be what you want to be and becoming the loving person you are from within. Self-love is an important thing that we should all have, because that will allow you to have a disease-free and a healthy life. Hope this video has added some value to your life. Do let me know in the comment section how did you like this video. See you again, and thank you.